Hi, Achim here from InnerSpace Explorers. Today's video is about a sad accident, um, and I just want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments what your opinion is about the story that I'm going to tell you in a minute. Before I get into the story, if you like my content, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you like to discuss topics of this channel a little bit more in detail, then please check out my Patreon site. That's where I normally have a bit more interaction with my viewers and followers. All right. So in the early 2000s, when I still had a dive center in Munich, I received this call from a guy that said he wants to learn how to dive trimix, and his passion is deep wrecks, and he wants to dive all the famous liners like Andrea Doria, Lusitania, Britannic, so all these famous shipwrecks, and he wants to do that training. And when it comes to training like that, so training from a certain level upwards, I am very selective on whom I train. I've ever been, and I still am, so it's not like you just sign up for the class. You need to fulfill certain requirements, certain prerequisites. Obviously, you need to have a certain level of education regarding your dive training, and so there's no from zero to hero, start diving and within 3 weeks you're suddenly a professional or something like that. So you need to do it step by step, walk up the ladder, so to speak, and gain experience in between. So I told this guy, like, hey, we need to chat. We need to sit together and talk a little bit about you, and I need to see you and get an idea. And so he said, yeah, no problem. I'll come to your shop. So a couple of hours later, the guy came. He came by car. He parked across the street and walked like 20 meters to my store. Went up 3 stairs and got in there. And so first of all, he was completely overweighted. I would say at least 25-30 kilos. Heavy smoker, so the ones where you see the burn marks here on the fingers. You could smell it for 5 meters away. And he was steaming and breathing like a locomotive, so more like asthmatic, really rough breathing. You could see he was exhausted from just running across the street and getting up these stairs. And his diving background was not good as well. I think he had something like 100 dives, if I remember correct. And I can't remember exactly what he was, but he had no technical training yet. So he was a recreational scuba diver. And in my humble opinion, I wouldn't have trained the guy recreational. So if he would have approached me and say, I want to do my advanced training, I would have told him, like, you need to get in shape and then see a doctor. But yeah, this is not right. And so basically that's what I told him. I was like, there's no way you're going to do technical dive training with me, and I would highly recommend you overthink your diving in general, and you need to get fit and stop smoking, and yeah, fix yourself before you think about something like that, like what you're talking about. So the guy got really upset. We had pretty bad argument, and I in the end told him, like, look, if you don't want to listen to me, if you don't want my opinion, there's the door. It's for sure somebody who's happy to take your money. I'm not. It would be unfair. I mean, it would be unfair to offer you training when I already know that's not going to happen. I mean, even if I would allow you in the training, I can tell you 100% that you're going to fail, because you can probably not perform any exercise that I want you to do. So why would I take your money? That's not the way my business works. So the guy steamed out of the door, and I forgot about it until a couple of months later. I received a letter from his widow, because what happened is he found somebody who was happy to take his money, trained him, as I said, from zero to hero. So from what I learned later on, it was like a 14-day VIP intensive course, and certified him advanced trimix for another organization, doesn't matter. And the guy went to Ireland hired a boat privately and went on a solo dive on a special wreck in the 100-meter range, 330 feet. Ran into an issue, popped to the surface, was dead. And his widow then wrote me a letter and said, this is your fault because he wanted to train with you and you rejected him and told him that you're not going to train him, and forced him into the arms of somebody that obviously trained him not in a good way. So obviously that was nonsense. Received a response from my lawyer, never heard anything back from that. But when I moved recently, I stumbled across this letter, and that brought this memory back, and I chatted with a couple of friends about it, and thought this is probably a good topic for a video. So let me know what you think. Should I have taken this guy in for training and train him also? I knew it's not going to happen, and open his eyes, whatever. Or was it correct to tell him, like, I don't think that you should dive at all, and I'm not going to train you? Curious to hear what your thoughts are on this, and I'm looking forward to read your comments. Other than that, stay safe, dive safe, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you next week.